On this episode of Local Bacon, we're going to walk in the footsteps of a king.
Wow, wow, localbacon.net. We love to travel and make videos just for fun. Wow, wow, localbacon.net. At Local Bacon, we love to have some fun. Welcome to Local Bacon. Cooking, blogging, traveling, vlogging. Sharing our lives because it's fun. We love vlogging, it must be done. Wow, wow, localbacon.net. At Local Bacon, we love to have some fun.
Today we're in Bad Nauheim in Germany. Little tiny town. Not much significant has happened here, except this house right here. The story goes that in 1959, Elvis Presley was sent here to Germany, and he was stationed about 3 miles away from here. He brought his father and his grandmother with him, as his mother had just passed away before he left to go to Germany. Along with his father and his grandmother, who he brought to Germany with him, he had a whole entourage of people. Well, he got kicked out of 2 different hotels, and so he finally decided to rent a house. The lady that owned this house knew who Elvis was and decided to rent to him. She lived on the top floor of this house and helped his grandmother take care of the house during the day and cook for Elvis. Elvis and his dad lived in the other 4 bedrooms of the house. They say that the house was not quite up to par when Elvis lived here, and we looked on the mailbox. Obviously some doctor has lived here and has done some upgrades to the house and whatnot, but it's pretty much the same as in all the pictures that we've seen of Elvis in the house and Elvis parked with his car in front of the house.
Now, Elvis stepped here, stepped here, he stepped here. Elvis could have stepped here, but he might have stepped here. Oh my gosh. I am walking in the footsteps of Elvis.
Elvis used to get his mail right there.
No Presley. But hey, Elvis could have stepped here, or here, or here, but probably here.
Elvis parked right there.
He parked right here. Whoa! So while we're still here, we went walking around and we found this cafe right across the street here. And its claim to fame is that on Elvis's 25th birthday, he came here and got his famous chocolate cake. And to this day, they still serve that same chocolate cake.
Okay, so we're back home now, and to kind of finish up the story, the house that we saw earlier today, Elvis lived there for about 17 months while he was here in West Germany, and that was the house that he met Priscilla in. Priscilla was actually from right around here in this area. Her family was stationed in Wiesbaden, which belonged to the Air Force back then, and it's Army now. But through a friend of a friend who knew Elvis, he asked Priscilla's parents if he could take her to meet Elvis, and Elvis met Priscilla. Now, in all the newspapers around here in Germany, they stated that she was 16 years old at the time, and I guess they just assumed that because the age of consent in Germany is 16 years old. But she was actually 14 at the time when she met Elvis, and so he was kind of robbing the cradle a little bit with her. But he lived there for, like I said, about 17 months and then went back to the States. Also, the restaurant, the cafe that we showed you earlier today, we went in there and we walked up to the lady behind the counter and we asked her if she spoke English, and she said yes, and we said we wanted some Elvis Presley birthday cake, and this is what she gave us. So now we have brought home a couple of pieces, actually. This is just one piece of Elvis Presley birthday cake. Let's see what it tastes like. It's actually pretty good cake for being as old as it is, because Elvis turned 25 a long time ago. That's it for this episode of Local Bacon. If you like hound dogs or blue suede shoes, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.